lesson for Stuck in the Middle with You by Steeler's Wheel. This is a great tune. It is in standard tuning except for one string. So the tuning on the high E string or the lowest E string to the floor, you have to tune that down to a D. And if you have a chromatic tuner, one that you clip on the top of your headstock, you can certainly clip it on there and tune it down to a D. Or you could take your fourth string up and you can tune it that way. So it is in standard tuning except for the high E string. So the chords in it is D. Now we're not going to play, we're not going to fret the normal D on the first string of the second fret, because where that's a D, we're going to let that ring out. And you'll see the fingering up on the screen here. And then you're going to go to a G or a G5. Now you can play it like that. Technically it's a G7 because of the tuning. You also have an A. And you can hear that. Once you hear the strumming, you'll hear it. It sounds a little off there now, but that's that drone of the D. Then you have a C add 9. And you have an A minor. So let's get to the strumming pattern. So the strumming pattern is pretty free. It's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, alternating like that. And you want to get like accented notes on beats 2 and 4. So you're going to do something like this. You're going to go something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you can kind of hear the accented notes on beats 2 and 4. So you just gotta have it a little free, like I say, and you're just, as you're going on the 2 and the 4, you're kind of chomping. You're going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we can try it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 so that's how you would play it. And when you're accenting those notes, you're kind of, well, what I'm doing here and what they are doing on the recording is they're kind of just taking their hands a little bit off the frets, kind of dead in the strings like that. You see my hand going? My left hand. Alright, so the here goes the verse. The verse starts off on a D, then it goes to the G or the G5, and there's a in there, and a G add 9, or C add 9, sorry, a C add 9, then to a G, and then back to the D. So I'm just going to go through it, and here's how it goes. singing, headed up to speed. And I'm trying to sing and say the chord changes as I was going. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm not going to sing this time. I'm just going to say the chords as I'm going through. So here it starts off on the D with that nice alternating strumming slowed down. Here we go. D. Now come to a G. Back to D. A. C at 9. G. Back to D. Stay on D. G. Back to D. A. C at 9. G. Back to D. So you can see the strumming pattern. One thing I'll note, the fast change from the G add 9 or C add 9, sorry, to the G. It's very fast. So it goes clouds to the left of me, jokers to the right. So you're going to come up on the G and then back. Stuck in the middle with you. So I'm going to try that again. So it starts on the A. Clouds to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. So that is like that's only the little quick change that's really in the song like that. So the only other part of this song is the bridge. And it goes from a G to a D. So, and it's and back to it again. So let's just do that. It's a G, and just to make it a little bit more interesting sounding, it's done on the recording. You're kind of doing. Instead of staying on just a G, you just kind of go from the F sharp, which is your index finger, or your index finger on the 2nd fret, and then you're just hammering on to a G, to the with your middle finger on the 3rd fret. So you're going. Going back to a D, right? So that's how you would do that part if you wanted to, or if you wanted to, you could just stay strictly on the G chord and go from the G to the D. So I'm gonna show you that little bridge there now, and there's an A minor in there as well, and there's going to be like a hole on the D chord as well. So we'll just go ahead and we'll try. So here we go. So start G, back to D, back to G, on the D, then it goes A minor, and you're back. To the next verse. So I'm just going to try it again for you. Again, I kind of made a little boo-boo there, but so we're going to start here. I'm not going to sing here now. I'm going to sing it in my mind, and you can sing it in your mind as well. Do 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 do. G, back to D, back to G, D, hold, A minor hold, and you're back into the verse again. So that's the whole song of Stealers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You. I am going to show you something that I normally do when I've played it in the band, as a little intro or even at the beginning of the verse. The original recording, of course, has a slide guitar in it, but I'm doing something like this. I'm starting down here and I'm walking back. So there's two shapes that I'm using. It's actually an A chord, it's an A shape. It's a D here. And then you're coming back to the C, which you're not using that. You're just coming back here, and then you're fingering this way and here. That brings you into a D chord. Or it's really a D7. But, so, this is how I do it here. So what I'm doing there, I'm strumming mostly the first three strings. Sometimes I am hitting the fourth string up because it is the root note of the chord, which is a D there. Also, there's a D on the bottom as well because we've tuned the E string down to a D. So that's quite up to you if you wanted to just do the three strings. But I kind of like putting the bass in there. So what I'm doing here, I'm fingering on the 7th fret with my ring and pinky. On the 7th fret, I'm fingering my pinky on the 2nd string of the 7th fret, and the ring finger the 3rd string of the 7th fret, and I'm just going 1 and 1. So every change is on the up. So it'll go. Try it again. So I'm walking back in this position. I'm walking back 2 frets, same position to here. So I'm doing. I'm on the 2 end and on the 4 end I'm changing. So on the upstroke. So you're staying in the same shape here. So you're going from, and then you change your shape. You're changing this shape. There's only 2 shapes. So what you're doing there, you're fretting with your index finger the 2nd string of the 3rd fret and the 4th string of the 4th fret. So you're into this shape and then you're sliding back. So let's try it. I'm just going to slow it down again. See what I'm doing there on the up, on the and or the upstroke. You're changing. So you have 2 shapes. This shape, you're sliding back 2 frets. Then you have this shape, and you're sliding back 2 frets. And it is part of a D. If you want it to stay on there for the first time, to get you into the verse, you can. So I'll just demonstrate it here. One time. One more. Well, I don't know why I've been here tonight. I got a feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared that I'll fall out of bed. So you can see how you can do that if you didn't just want to do the regular strum on a D. So that's something that I've done, like I say, over the years, playing it in the band. Of course, you have this high D string, E string normally, but it's tuned to a E string that is more of a drone, and you get a really nice effect for the song. And that's how it was originally recorded by Steeler's Wheel. Anyway, if you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for any new videos that I will be posting on a weekly basis. And as well, hit the like button. Until next time, keep picking and have fun.